My concerns about Mr. Farage are very simple, and I think he shares this with Tommy Robinson and Andrew Tate and a number of other people on the right. I would want to call them the far right. They may not want to style themselves in that way, but, it's a relative position, isn't it? I consider myself to be in the centre, and so people on the right of me are either on the right or the far right, as people on the left of me are either on the left or the far left. It's from my point of view. So when it comes to Farage, and someone has pointed out that I've made some ad hominem attacks. I have, of course I have, because I don't think what Farage says, or what he doesn't say, is particularly important. It's that he is. And the same thing is true of Tommy Robinson, and the same thing is true of Tate. They've gone beyond the point where what they say is going to add significantly to the stimulation that they provide. It's the fact that they are simply there. Rather like listening to chickens. You interpret whatever you want them to say. And unless Farage, Tate and Robinson do something extraordinary and vigorously encourage their followers to abandon their militant anti-immigration stance, I'm afraid that position and that directive, that direction is a given. Now, as I say, Farage, Robinson and Tate could all speak up. They could all change what is going on. Or they can just babble as they normally do, in which case it doesn't matter what they say. They could recite the alphabet or stand on their head. It really wouldn't make any difference. So it's not their content, it's who they are which is important. As for Iran, I think this is another very interesting subject. Somebody's pointed out that they don't think Starmer is likely to be that effective. It doesn't matter. The issue isn't Starmer. The issue isn't really that Starmer has talked to the president of Iran. The issue is that the president of Iran has accepted the call and has spoken to him. That tells us that Iran is at least considering the matter, is at least willing to listen. Now, of course, we can take the position which Liz Truss took when she was faced with Lavrov, who was in the same situation in many ways. We can sit on the other side of the table and wag our finger and hector, or we can read the room and recognize that Iran is looking for a way out. And I think Keir Starmer is clever enough, wise enough, and careful enough to be able to read the room in a way that maybe some others are not. So you're right. Keir Starmer is not likely to be somebody that the president of Iran will listen to. That's not the point. The point is that the president of Iran is talking and listening in general. And Starmer happens to be one of those on the list that he's prepared to talk to. That is remarkable. That is remarkable. And, I'm always very interested in the comments that people leave. Somebody has said that there's lots of people saying from the river to the sea. And of course, that's again a slogan which means one thing and sounds as if it means another. It's not unlike the complexity of the Black Lives Movement and taking the knee. Words don't always mean what we want them to say. Words change their meaning, and if I say something, it has a different meaning to the meaning that it has when you say it. Words change their meaning depending on the context and who is uttering them, and the way they are uttered. Quite apart from the fact that words and slogans change their meaning over time. And if I'm not likely to censor the YouTube comments, if people are personally attacking me, then I'm not likely to be censoring the YouTube comments. if people are putting in slogans that I don't see. So yeah, by all means, tell me what I should do, what I shouldn't do. I haven't worked out how to get rid of comments on the YouTube comments, and I'm very sorry about that. But somebody did point out that if I want to make a threat, I should at least know how to carry it out. Well, I don't, and I will try and find out. At the moment, I'm stuck in the middle of a medical crisis, which is significantly more enveloping than messing around with trying to posture on social media, and you know, I don't know whether you've been in this situation, but you wait around for not even the results of tests. So you wait around for the test to even happen, and that is something about the problem with our health service, and to be caught in the middle of that is fairly frightening. So yeah, I throw myself into work as much as I can. I throw myself into teaching. I've got 3 lessons or 4 lessons this evening, and I throw myself into lots of animation. So my little animated characters are really darting around the place at the moment. And trying to censor YouTube. It's hot air, and I'm sorry if you feel you want to vent at my expense. It's it, I can't say it's water off a duck's back, and I don't want to encourage anybody to be abusive, but in the broader scheme of things, it's diverting. Let's say that much. It's like it's like managing in primary school sometimes. But thank you, really, thank you very much for all the comments, because they are greatly received. And even those I don't approve of, I just think it's think about it. Think about it.